So the next method of solving a LPP is what? Your two-phase method. Okay. So under this method, an LPP is solved to get its optimal solution in two phases, phase 1 and phase 2. But this method is what? If you compare with the big M method, there will be no difference. Just minor one difference is there. Minor one difference is there. Simple. And what is that difference? I'll show you. In place of M, in big M method, what penalty we are giving? We are giving the penalty as what? To the artificial variable as what? M. No. So in two-phase method, the penalty should be given as what? In not M, but it should be equal to what? Equal to 1. So M should be replaced by 1. And some more changes we need. One more changes we required in the objective function. In phase 1, we'll consider the objective function in different way, and in phase 2, we'll consider the objective function in different way. So I'll show that one with an example. So this is the some step by step introduction to what your two-phase method. In phase 1, the under this phase, what you'll do, will eliminate the what? Artificial variable. So in phase 1, what we are going to do? We are going to eliminate the artificial variables. Okay. And then simplest method is applied to a what? A specially constructed auxiliary LPP. So what is auxiliary LPP? I'll show you how to construct that auxiliary LPP. Then in a step 1, what you'll do? Assign a cost -1 to what? Each artificial variable, and a cost 0 to what? All other variables in the objective function. That means it says that if you have a what? Objective function z, this will be like this, a x1 plus x2 is there. Then some constants are there. In the constant, artificial variables are there. Say the artificial variable is what? A1, and say artificial variable. There are two artificial variable. If there is one, then you write one artificial variable. And if there are two artificial variable, then that should be written in what? Two artificial variables should be there. Then what auxiliary LPP, how to construct that one? You need to assign -1. You need to what? Assign a cost -1 to the what? To the artificial variable. That means you are here -1 and here also -1. And all other variable, what? There's some surplus variable will come, some select variable if there is there, then that will come. So then all these variables are written with what? With its coefficient as what? 0. You forgot about whatever be the coefficient of x1, x2 in the what? In the given LPP is there. You forgot. So in step 1, what we are going to do? We are going to construct an auxiliary LPP. And in the auxiliary LPP, in the objective function, will assign a cost -1 to the what? Artificial variable simply. Will assign only -1 to the artificial variable, and all other variable will assign the cost as what? 0. So you write all these artificial variable, all these variable other than artificial variable with its coefficient as what? Coefficient as 0. If there is some surplus variable will be there, so -0 into what? S1 minus what? 0 into S2, like this. Or plus if you write, then also okay, no problem. So all variable except this one, except artificial variable, their coefficient should be what? -1. So that will be the what? Step 1. So that is the formation of auxiliary LPP. And then give the name. This is not Z. Give its name as what? Z star. Give the name objective function as what? Z star. And this is the problem of what? Maximization problem. So already I told you, if your problem is of minimization, First you convert to maximization and then follow the process. And how to convert to maximization problem, you know how to convert that one. Okay, so step 2 is over. We have named it. So we have constructed one new objective function, that is z star, from the auxiliary LPP. And this is the problem of what? Maximization problem. And then step 3, we need to solve this auxiliary LPP. We need to solve this auxiliary LPP by using what? By using the simplex method. So here see, in every method, simplex method is there. So these are nothing but the extension of the simplex method. If you don't know simplex method, you won't be able to do the any other method. So simplex method is the base of the base of all this method. Okay. So solve this auxiliary problem by simplex method until either of the following 3 possibilities do arise. So after solving this auxiliary LPP by simplex method, there are 3 possibilities. Out of these 3 possibilities, any possibilities will arise. And then you need to stop there. And then whether you can able to proceed to phase 2 or not, that these 3 case will define, these 3 situation will define you. Whether you can proceed to the second phase to get the optimal solution of the given LPP or not. So see, what will be the first condition? First condition is that if max z star, what? That means if the maximum value of the objective function z star, which you have constructed in the what? Auxiliary LPP, is negative. That means its value is what? Less than 0. And at least one artificial variable appear where? In the optimum basis at a positive level. That means what? If you know, if you have the uh, if you know the simplex table, the format of the simplex table, the first column is what? Basic variable column. So in basic variable column, what will write? Only slack variable and the what? Artificial variable. Is it not? So what it is saying that if max z star is what? Negative, and at least one artificial variable appear where? In the basic variable column. In the basic variable column at a what? Positive level. That means the value should be positive. Then in that case, the given problem does not possess any feasible solution. Then in that case, the given LPP does not have any solution. Is that clear? So this will be more clear if I will explain with the problem, with an example. Then next, if suppose max z star, that will be equal to 0. Max z star will be what? 0. And at least one artificial variable appears in the optimum basis. That means basic variable column. One artificial variable appears at a what? At a 0 level. That means its value will be 0. Then we can proceed to what? To phase 2. Okay. If max z star will be 0 and one artificial variable appears in the what? Basic variable column at what? At 0 level. Then we can move to what? Phase 2. And the third condition is what? If max z star is 0, what? If max z star is 0 and no one artificial variable, that means there is no artificial variable in the what? In the basic variable column, then you can move to what? To the phase 2. Then you can directly move to what? Phase 2. Is that clear? And in phase 2, then after that, once you move to phase 2, so in phase 2, what you need to do? We need to get the optimal solution of the LPP. So in phase 2, there is one modification we'll do. See, In phase one, whatever will be your last simplex table, that last simplex table will take as the first simplex table in what phase two, and there is slight modification. What modification? That modification will be the what in the value of what Cj, because in the earlier in phase one, what we are taking? We are taking the in the objective function, the coefficient of each of the variable except your artificial variable is what? 0. But in phase two, we will take the what? Actual coefficient. Actual coefficient of the what? Of the variable from the what? From the original objective function. That is the only change in the what? Phase two. So what that? Now assign the actual cost to the variable in the objective function, and a zero cost to what? Every artificial variable. So this time there will be what? Because artificial variable is removed, so just you assign zero cost to what? To artificial variable, to every artificial variable that appears in the basis at a what? At the 0 level. And then after that you proceed using simplex method, you will be able to find out the what? You will be able to find out the required optimal solution of the given LPP. So now see this problem. So solve the given LPP by two phase method. This is two phase, TWO is missing here. So two phase method. So what is maximum? Z is equal to 3x1 minus x2 subject to the constant 2x1 plus x2 greater than equal to 2 and x1 plus 3x2 less than is equal to 2 and x2 is what? Less than is equal to 4 and x1 x2 is what? Greater than equal to 0. So there are how many constants? There are three constants. Okay, one objective function with the condition non-negative negative restrictions. So first you need to do what? First you write this simplex table. First you need to write this LPP into a standard form. And how to write into a standard form, that you know that. So first what I have done, I have written it's in what? In the standard form here. See, I have written in the what? Standard form. So see, in the first equation, it is what? In the first constant, it is greater than is equal to, no? So here surplus and artificial variable will come. It is less than is equal to 2. So one slack variable will come. Here also less than is equal to. So one slack variable will come. So two slack variable, one artificial variable and one surplus variable. So total 4 different variables will come here. So that already I have done here. So this you can understand here. Here one surplus, one artificial. Here one select variable plus S2 because select variable is always added. And then one select variable S3 is there. Okay, already I mentioned here what is those variables. Then we need to write the auxiliary LPP. So how to write the auxiliary LPP? You need to assign minus cost minus 1 to the what? Artificial variable, and all other variable you have to assign the cost is what? 0. So see here, max Z star. So I have assigned 0 to each variable, x1, x2, s1, s2, s3, all variable. I have assigned cost as what? 0, and only minus 1 to what? To the what? To the artificial variable. So this is now our new objective function under auxiliary LPP. And the constant will remain as it is. There will be no change in the constant. Just only the objective function will change in the what? In the phase one. That means in the auxiliary LPP. Okay, now write the what? Write the initial simplex table. So I have written the initial simplex table. Okay, I have written the initial simplex table, and you know how to write the initial simplex table. So I have written that one. So in the basic variable, what are the variable will come? In the first constant, surplus and artificial is there. So out of this surplus and artificial variable you need to consider. Then in the second equation, what is the variable? S2, that is your slack variable. And in the third equation, which variable is there? Slack variable, that is S3. So A1, S2 and S3 will come. So A1, S2 and S3 has come here. Then I have written their coefficient from the what? From the objective function. So what is the coefficient of A1? That is your -1. And what is the coefficient of S2 and S3? That is your 0. So I have written 0, 0. And then XB is the what? Constant vector. That means what? These are 2 to 4. And then X1, X2, S1, S2, S3, A1. So all these variable I have written. And accordingly, I have written their coefficient according to the, this is the first row. So that means this is the coefficient of this variable from the first row. This is from second row and this is from third row. Then Z star, I have calculated here Z star. Z star is what? CB into XB. So this CB into XB. So -1 into 2 plus 0 into 2 plus 0 into 4. So this is ultimately -2. Then we have calculated ZJ. What is ZJ? ZJ is what? ZJ was CB into XI. So first CB, this is this into this one. Then, so what? -1 into 2 plus 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0. That is your -2. Then -1 into 1 plus 0 into 3 plus 0 into 1. That is your minus. So like this, we have calculated all this ZJ. Then we are next, you need to calculate what? CJ minus ZJ. So this is. So now see, there are positive values. The highest one is what? 2. So this column will be what? Your key column. So once you have got key column, next you need to identify key row. So which one is the key row? You need to find out the what? Ratio of what? XB by XI. So what is XB? And which XI you will consider? You will consider the key column, element of the key column. So 2 by 2, that is your 1. Then 2 by 1, that is your 2. And then 4 by, oh, this is 0. So this XI value is what? I have written as strictly greater than 0. No 0, no less than 0 value of XI should be considered. So that's why I have written here dash. No ratio will be there. So out of this, which one is the minimum? This is the minimum. And corresponding to this row, which vector, which variable is there in the basic variable? A1. So A1 will be the what? Outgoing, and the key column, which variable is there? X1. So X1 is the what? Incoming vector. And where they are intersecting, key column and key row, where they are intersecting? Intersecting at this point. Intersecting at this point. So this 2 is the what? Key element. 2 is the what? Key element. So in next modified simplex table, what you'll do? You replace a first, you need to write the first row. So always you remember, while writing the next simplex table, always you need to write which row first. You need to write the row in which outgoing and incoming vector are there. So in which vector, in which row it is first changing, as there changes are there? In the first row, because A1 is outgoing, X1 is what? Incoming. So first you need to write the first row first. So in place of A1, X1 will come, and then obviously its coefficient will change. Coefficient will become what? 0. Because the coefficient of X1 is what here? In the objective function, that is 0. Then this 2, it is 2. So you need to make it 0. You need to make it 1. So how will you make it 1? Simply you divide this whole row by what? By 2. And then after doing that, you need to write the second and third row. So what is the condition? What you need to do to write second and third row? You need to make the element which are above and below the key element to be 0 using the what? Key element row. So using this key element row, which you have written in the next simplex table, modified simplex table, then in order to write these two next second and third row, you need to do what? You need to make it, first you make it 0. Using what? Using this row. Then you need to make it 0. Using what? Using this row. That will you got in the what? Next simplex table. So that I have done here. Okay. So this is, see, x1 is x1, a1 is replaced by what? X1 there, and coefficient of x1 is 0. Then I have changed it to what? 1 by dividing by 2, the whole equation, whole row, and then we have made 0, the all the below. There is no above element. Above this, there is no element. Whatever the element below this key element, whatever the element below this key element, this was the what? This was your key element. Is it not? This was your key element earlier. So below this, whatever the element is there, we have made it 0 using this row only. Okay. And okay. So now next you calculate ZJ. ZJ is what? CB into what? XI. So 0 into, or since all CB are 0, so if you go on multiplying, you will get all values should be 0. ZJ equal to what? CB into XI. And then Z star I have calculated. Z star equal to what? 0. Why? Z star is what? CB into XB. CB into XB. So 0 into 1 plus 0 plus 0 into 1 plus 0 into 0 into 4. So ultimately this all becomes what? Z star 0. So now see here. The max Z star is what? 0. Is there any artificial variable in the what? Your in the basic variable column? Is there any artificial variable? Is there any artificial variable is there? There are no artificial variable in the basic variable column. And the max Z star is equal to 0. Then if you see the method, so whether you can proceed for the next phase or not. So if you see these conditions, so this, the first condition is what? Max Z star should be less than 0. And the second condition is what? Max Z star equal to 0 and max Z star equal to 0, the third condition. Now, so which condition this problem falls? Under which condition? In the second condition, max Z star equal to 0 and at least one artificial variable appears in the what? In the basic variable column at a what? 0 level. So what we are checking? We are checking the conditions. Is it not? Under what condition it falls? So here, because max Z star is 0, so max Z star is 0, and at least one artificial variable appears in the optimum basis means basic variable column. So is there any basic variable in the basic variable column? Is there any artificial variable is there? No doubt we have got the max Z star is 0. We have got this one. But is there any artificial variable present in the basic variable? No, there are no basic artificial variable in the basic variable. So this case will not be our case. This is not our case. Now next, see the next case, third case. Max Z star is 0 and no artificial variable appears. Okay, in the optimum basis. Optimum, that means after getting the optimum solution, max Z star what you have got equal to 0, and there is no artificial variable in the what? In the basic variable. That means what? We can proceed to where? We can proceed to what? To phase 2. Okay. So now phase 2. So what is the phase 2? In phase 2, what you need to do? In phase 2, we need to get the optimal solution. And how will you get the optimal solution? We will take the what? The same simplex table. And which simplex table we will take? The last simplex table which you have got in the phase 1. And in that, just one modification is required to do. What modification will do there? We will assign the actual cost to each variable and zero cost to what? Artificial variable. If you want do, then it's also okay. So you need to do what? You need to assign actual cost to the what? To the all the variable and zero cost to the what? Artificial variable. Simple. Okay, so let's see the phase 2 of this problem. So this is your phase 2. Okay, so what I have given? I have given the actual values. So actual coefficient, actual means actual cost to each of the variable. So if you give here, see, since the artificial variable is gone, so if you write the column of artificial variable or not, there will be no change. Useless that one. So that's why I've given dash. So here you write -1, which was earlier its coefficient, or you write 0, because in the phase 2 it has been written is what? Assign 0 to what? 0 cost to artificial variable. So if you assign, if you know, there is nothing, there will be no change. It has no impact actually in those on the solution now, because we have moved to the what? To the new what to say, in phase 2. So but if artificial variable, that is the second case, is there, then you need to what? You need to assign it will be 0, then it will be 0. So better you write it here 0. I will modify and I'll give you, better you write 0 here. Okay, for this case, if you write -1, there will be no, there is no impact, because this column is it has no use. But if the second case will be there, that means max z star equal to 0, and at least one artificial variable should be there in the what? In the basic variable. Then the element of basic variable should be there. Then this coefficient value, then this time this coefficient value should be what? The coefficient of this should be 0 here. That will be the case. Now this time, same thing. Just only we have changed this one. Everything will be same. Everything will be same. Just we have changed this one only. We have taken the original one. Okay, we have taken the original one. So B, C, B, X, B, all these things. Now then you calculate ZJ. How to calculate? That is CB into XI. 3 into 1 plus 0 into 0 plus 0 into 0 is 3. Then again with this column, then next with this column, then with this column, then this column, and that will be that. So we got ZJ. This is the ZJ. Then you calculate Cj minus Zj. Cj is there, Zj is there. Subtract it. Now see whether there is any positive value or not. If there is positive value, then you have to remove that one. So you need to what? So 3 by 2 is there, positive value you are getting. This is the only positive value. So this is the what? Key column. So this will be the what? Your key column. So the which one is the key column? So this will be the key column. Now if once you got the key column, next you need to find the key row. So key row means what? You have to divide by the what? XB, you need to divide by what? This column, key column. So 1 by, this is -1 by 2. So negative value, you can't take that one. So that's why dash. No ratio will come. Next, 1 upon 1 by 2. That will be what? 2. And then 4 by, this is 0. You can't take this 0. So that is dash. So this is the minimum value. And this corresponds to which row? The second row. And which variable is present in the basic variable column? That is your S2. So S2 is the outgoing vector. And which one is the incoming vector? To the corresponding column, which vector is there? S1 is there. So S1 is the incoming vector. And which one is the key element? The intersection of what? Key row and key column. That is your half. So you have got all these things, key row, key column, incoming, outgoing vector, all this you have got. So in the next modified simplex table, what you'll do, you need to what? Write this second row first, and then you need to what? You need to convert this half into what? Into into 1. So how will you convert it to 1? Just simply multiplying the whole row, second row by what? By 2. And then you make 0. Which element? The non-zero element which present above and below the what? Key element. So this is the non-zero element, minus half. And this is what your 0. So this is 0 already. So you have to make it 0 only. So next simplex table. Here. This is the next simplex table. I have made 0. This is 1 I have made. And this above and below the elements are what? Above and below the elements are what? This was your what? This was your key element. So above and below element I have made 0. Okay. Then we have calculated ZJ. ZJ is what? CB into XI. So 3 into 1, 3, 0 into 0, plus 0 into 0. That is ultimately 3. Then the next 3 into 3, plus 0 into 5, plus 0 into what? 1. So that will be 9. So like this we have calculated. Now next we have calculated CJ minus ZJ. So that is CJ minus ZJ. We have calculated. So here what you have seen here. Is there any value of CJ minus ZJ is positive? No. There are no elements which there are no elements of CJ minus ZJ which are positive. That means here all the values of Cj minus Zj are what? Either negative or equal to 0. That means the condition is satisfied. That means the optimality. That means we have arrived at what? Its optimum solution. And optimum solution is given by what? Simple. What is that one? X1 is equal to what? X1 is equal to 2. And in the problem, in the objective function, there is another variable that is x2. X1 and X2 are there. So you got the value of X1, that is how much? 2. But X2 is there in the basic variable. X2 is not there. So what will you do? That means the value of X2 will be what? 0. If X2 is not in the basic variable, then that means X2 will be what? 0. So that will be our solution. That will be our solution. And how to get the maximum value of Z? Simply CB into XB. So 3 into 2, 6, plus 0 into 2, plus 0 into 4. So ultimately 6. So optimum solution is given by X1 equal to 2 and X2 equal to 0 and max Z equal to what? 6. You can verify this result, whether you are getting this result or not. Simple. You put X1 equal to 2 and X2 equal to 0 in the given LPP objective function, in the original objective function. Which one is this one? X1 equal to 2 and X2 equal to 0. X2 0, X1 is 2. 3 into 2, how much? 6. So that is your max Z. So in that way, in 2 phases, we can solve the what? LPP, if it has a feasible solution. So then I have done one more problem. So you can go through this problem. Here both the constant are what? Greater than is equal to. Same thing. So here, in order to convert this in equation to equation, 2 surplus and what 2 artificial variable we need to incorporate in this 2 constant, and then we have formed the what? Since the problem is minimization, see here, since the problem is of minimization, so first we have converted it to what? To maximization, and then we have written the objective function. So z dash, I have given name, it's what? Z dash. So z dash will be what? Your minus z. Okay. And then constant, subject to the constant will be remain same. And then auxiliary LPP, or how to write the auxiliary LPP in this new max z dash. What you do? You supply cost what? 0 to all the variable and minus 1 to the artificial variable. Okay, so this one I have given 0 cost to each of the variable and minus 1 to what? To the artificial variable. And then the constants are there. Constant I have written. And then I have this simplex table. I have formed this simplex table. So same thing here. You find z dash star here. How to get the z dash star? CB into XB. And then you find the what? Key column. That means you try to find out the optimum solution here. Same concept is same. Here you need to find the optimum solution. So when we'll get the optimum solution? Once this Cj minus Zj are what? Either negative or equal to 0. Because the problem is of what? Maximization problem. So if not, then you try to find out its what? Then if until and unless you'll get all the values of Cj minus Zj are either negative or 0, you go on applying the simplex method. Okay. So what you'll do, you will find the here this is 8 is the maximum positive value. Then this column will be the key column. This column will be the what? This column will be the key column. And then you to identify key row, what you need to do? We need to divide xb by xi. And which xi? Which value of xi will take? The key column value. That means this one. So that is 4 by 1 and then 7 by 7. Which one is the minimum? 4 by 1 is 4, 7 by 7 is 1. So 1 is the minimum. Okay. Same problem I have done by the big method, big M method. If you remember, just today I have done that one. Okay. So the first problem I have done by big M method. Okay. So same problem by two-phase method. You will get the same result here. So see. So what you are getting? So this is the outgoing vector because this is the key row. This is the key row. So this is the outgoing vector. Huh? This is the key element. Then make another simplex table, improved simplex table by changing this 7 to what? 1. How will you change? By simply multiplying the whole row by what? 1 upon 7. Okay. And like this, just you go on, apply. Until unless you'll get the optimal solution. So here, second improved simplex table. Here we have got what this you see. Max Z star, Z dash star should be 0. And all Cj minus Zj equal to becomes what? 0. So here we have arrived what? At our, here we have arrived our what? Optimal solution. And since all the artificial variable is removed from the basic variable, so nothing has been written under this A1 and A2. Once you have see in the very first improved simplex table, so this is the initial, A2 is removed, artificial variable. So in next simplex table, under A2, nothing has been written. I have written something or what? If you write, then also no problem. Generally, nothing has to be. Sorry, which one? Well, okay, just a minute. Sorry, this is no A2. A2 is removed. No, why I have written under A1? A2 is removed. So why under A1? Just a minute. Some mistake has been done here. Okay, maybe. So here it will be actually under A1 there will be change, but under A2 this will not be there. Simply dash, because A2 has been removed. So under A2 there will be no element. Under A1 there will be some element. Okay, but in the problem there will be not going to be change in the solution part. So this will be what? This will be 0, and this will be how much? So this will be your 0, and this will be how much? This is 1. So 1 minus 1. So 4 minus 1. So that will be what? This is 1 minus 0. Again, because we are subtracting, this is 1, no? So because this becomes 1. So ultimately from this row, because we are making this 0, so from this whole row, from this row, we are subtracting this whole row by making it 1. So this will become what? 0 by first 7, that will be 0. So 1 minus 0 is what? 1. So here it will be, I will correct it and I'll give you. So this will be 1 and this will be 0. This will not come. This will be simply dash. Okay. This will be simply dash. And then this will be what? Minus 1 and into 1 minus 1, this one. And then if you subtract, so you will get here it is 0. No problem. So it will not going to hamper our result because we have got it 0. So we are not going, it is not going to hamper our result. So this is your key element. This is the max positive value. So this is the key element, key column. And then you calculate this what? Minimum. We have calculated. So we have got this one is the minimum. And corresponding to this, A1 is the what? A1 is the outgoing vector. A1 is the vector that present in the basic variable corresponding to the minimum row. And so the minimum corresponding to the key row. And so A1 is the outgoing vector. And which one is the incoming vector? Incoming vector is what? X1. So X1 is replaced by A1 here. So in the next simplex table, see here. So this in the next simplex table, we have calculated all this, and then we have got what? Cj minus Zj equal to what? 0. Okay. So see here. Max Z star is 0. That means we have arrived our optimal solution for the what? For the auxiliary LPP. We are still in the phase 1. So max Z star is 0. And there is no artificial variable in the under basic variable column. That means we can move to what? Phase 2. This is the condition 3rd. So we can move to phase 2. So in phase 2, what you need to do? Simply we need to change the what? Change the coefficient of the what? Of your objective function. You have to write the coefficient of what? Actual cost or actual coefficient of the variable x1, x2, s1, s2 from the what? From the basic variable, from the objective function of the original one. So just I have written -1, -1, 0, 0, -1. So if you, there will be nothing because under A1 and A2, A1 and A2 both has been removed from the what? Basic variable. So nothing will come under A1 and A2. And then same table I have considered, just I have changed this coefficient of what? X1, X2, S1, S2, A1, A2, just, and that I have taken from the what? From the original objective function. Okay. So then here I have calculated Zj. You know how to calculate Zj? Cb into Xi, then Cj minus Zj. So what you have got? Cj minus Zj here, 0, 0, minus 6 by 13, minus 1 by 13. Is there any positive value? Is there? No, there is no positive value. All the values of Cj minus Zj are what? Either 0 or less than 0. That means what? That means we have arrived to our what? To our optimal solution. And the optimal solution is given by simply z dash equal to what? Cb into xb. So -1 into 21 by 13, -1 into 10 by 13. So minus 31 by 13. And x1 is equal to 21 by 13 and x2 equal to what? 10 by 13. So z dash, but in your problem that is z. So z dash equal to what I have considered? Z dash equal to I have considered minus z. Is it not? That means z equal to what? Equal to minus or negative of negative 31 by 13. That means it is what? 31 by 13. So our minimum value of z is what? 31 by 13. Okay. Now see, same problem I have done by big M method. So whether you have got the same result or not. So what is the minimum value of Z here? 31 by 13. So today I have done the big M method using big M method, the same problem. This is the phase. If you remember, see here, this was the problem. This was the problem. Same problem, same problem by the big M method. And we have got what? We have got the same result. There will be no change in the solution. So whether you do by big M method or two-phase method, the answer will be remain same. Okay. So, and there are some more problems I have provided to all of you for your practice. So you go through, you can go through that one. Some more problems I have given. Just you go through these all problems. You practice by yourself with the help of whatever the problem I have explained. Okay. And these all problems, again, all exercise should be your home assignment.